in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered him to do an affair, or he is in a situation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forbidden him from doing a thing, he knows that the thing that he is faced with is something that Allah has either ordered him to do something about or forbade him from doing a particular thing concerning. Whenever he is faced with a situation that presents him with one of the orders of the prohibitions of Allah, then he senses his heart speaking to him, saying, Labbaik wa sa'adaik, saying, "O Allah, indeed I hasten to your call, and I realize that all the salvation lies with you. Inni sami'un muti'un mumtathil. Indeed I hear and I obey and I implement your orders. وَلَكَ عَلَيَّ الْمِنَّةُ فِي ذَلِكَ. And you have given me a tremendous favor by allowing me to obey you in this affair." Meaning that when the person obeys Allah tabarak wa ta'ala, he doesn't pretend as though he is doing Allah a favor. But rather, as we know, that every order from the orders of Allah tabarak wa ta'ala, that whatever Allah has ordered, He has ordered it because it is a pure overwhelming benefit for us. And the good of obeying Allah tabarak wa ta'ala in that affair is beyond what the person can begin to imagine. And whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forbidden, then by him obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and staying away from the prohibition of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then he will get benefit and be protected from harm beyond what he can imagine by staying away from those things that Allah has forbidden us from, because Allah has not forbidden us from anything bukhlan minhu ilayna. As the scholars, they say, Allah has not forbidden us from anything because He is stingy and He wants to prevent us from something that will benefit us. And Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala has not ordered us with anything hajatin minhu ilayna, because He has some need of us in doing that thing, because He will yantafi'u bih, because Allah will benefit from that thing. But rather, everything that Allah has ordered us with is for our benefit, and everything that He has forbidden us from is to protect us from harm. And this is one of the principles that we'll come across this weekend when we study the principles of fiqh, the Mandhuma Al-Qawa'id Al-Fiqhiyya by Shaykh Al-Allama Abdul Rahman Ibn Nasir Al-Sa'di rahimahullah ta'ala. Has 49 lines of poetry about the principles of fiqh, the principles of Islamic law and jurisprudence, that everything that we have been ordered with and forbidden from of the affairs of belief and worship and business transactions and so on and so forth, that they are for our benefit and to protect us from harm beyond what we can begin to imagine. That whatever we understand of those affairs, that what is beyond our understanding of those affairs that we are being benefited by and protected from is far more. Ibn Qayyim rahimahullah ta'ala, he goes on to say, وَإِذَا أَصَابَ قَدَرٌ وَجَدَ مِنْ قَلْبِهِ نَاطِقًا يَقُولُ. And likewise, whenever he encounters the qadr of Allah tabarak wa ta'ala, when he is afflicted by something of the qadr, then he hears his heart saying, "O Allah, ana abduka wa miskinuka wa faqiruk." His heart responds to it by saying, "O Allah, indeed I am your slave, and I am your miskeen, when in dire need of you, wa faqiruk, and I am the one and he who is in dire need of you. Wa ana abduka al-faqir al-ajiz al-da'if al-miskeen. I am your slave who is in need of you, who is helpless, who is weak, who is miskeen. Wa anta rabbi al-aziz al-rahim, and you are my Lord, al-aziz al-rahim, the almighty, the all-merciful. La sabra li in lam tusabbirni. And I cannot be patient with this thing if you don't make me patient. Wa la quwwata li in lam tahmilni wa tuqawwini. And when I have the strength to bear this affair, unless you force me to do so and unless you strengthen me. La malja li minka illa ilayk. I have nowhere to turn to from you except to you. Wa la musta'ana li illa bik. And there is no one that I can ask for help except you. Wa la insirafa li an babik. And there is nowhere for me to turn away from your door. Wa la madhhaba li ank. And there is nowhere for me to flee from you. فَيَنْتَرِحُ بِمَجْمُعِهِ بَيْنَ يَدَيْهِ. And so he casts himself entirely in front of Allah tabarak wa ta'ala. وَيَعْتَمِدُ بِكُلِّيَتِهِ عَلَيْهِ. and he relies entirely upon Allah tabarak wa ta'ala. فَإِنْ أَصَابَهُ بِمَا يَكْرَهُ قَالَ رَحْمَةٌ أُهْدِيَتْ إِلَيَّ. And if he is afflicted with that which he dislikes, and he says that this is a mercy from Allah tabarak wa ta'ala, this is the meaning of al-lutf. The name of Allah tabarak wa ta'ala, al-latif. Al-latif is the one who has al-lutf, and he is a possessor of subtle mercy. يَرْحَمُ عَبْدَهُ بِأَسْبَابٍ لَا يَشْعُرُ بِهَا. And he shows mercy to a slave in ways that he can't even begin to imagine. The person, he says, Allahumma arhamni. He is afflicted with an affair, he says, Oh Allah, show me mercy. فَيَقُولُ اللَّهِ. And it is always Allah tabarak wa ta'ala responds, كَيْفَ أَرْحَمُكَ مِنْ شَيْءٍ هُوَ رَحْمَتِ هُوَ عَيْنُ رَحْمَتِ. How can I show mercy to you from this affair when it is my mercy? A person, he is being afflicted, he doesn't understand that the affliction is a mercy from Allah tabarak wa ta'ala. The person, when he is tested with something, yakrah, he dislikes, he realizes that it is from the rahmah of Allah, and he says, this is a mercy that Allah has given me as a gift. وَدَوَاءُ نَافِعٌ مِنْ طَبِيبٍ مُشْفِقٍ. And it is a beneficial cure from a doctor who cares about me, meaning Allah tabarak wa ta'ala. وَإِن صُرِفَ عَنْهُ مَا يُحِبْ قَالَ شَرٌّ صُرِفَ عَنِّي. And if that